Hi, brothers, and welcome to Saturday Sessions. It's such a beautiful day. Decided to take it outside rather than be inside in the usual spot. There's really one theme that I want to kind of cover today, and it's also been a theme that I've discussed a bit more through the social media posts over this past week, and it's this: seize the now. Now, let's unpack that a little bit, right? As I say to my students, what do I mean by that? Look, we live in some rather challenging times, don't we? Setting aside the pandemic, right? We, as just men, seem to be constantly challenged. We're challenged professionally. We're challenged personally. Maybe we're even challenged, in our homes with our spouses or with our children. And quite often, actually more often than not, we self-medicate, right, through pornography, through masturbation. We think of those challenges as negatives, and we respond in a rather acting out negative way. Of course, this has only brought more and more frustration for us. We don't feel, that we feel stuck, maybe like we're not moving anywhere. We look at others with envy or with jealousy, like why are they getting ahead and I'm not? We have increased, disappointment, discouragement in our relationships with friends, even with our own, spouses or with our children. And then that's just personally, right? Professionally, maybe we're not happy with work. We seem to be constantly, in terms of masculinity, given two almost look the opposite, right? Two opposite extremes within our society. The first is that of the brute, of the Neanderthal, the one who only is going to use, right, and take. Or the other is that emasculated male. We've seen it countless times over and over and over again in the sitcoms and in the movies. We have probably 3 generations worth of men, and for several years I was actually one of them, that believed that lie, that was what a man should act like, should look like, and to keep inside the feelings, to also keep inside that don't take challenges, don't push ourselves to achieve more out of fear. Fear of what? Right? I don't know exactly if it was Zig Ziglar or if it was Jim Rohn. Zig Ziglar or Jim Rohn. That maybe be part of your homework on this Saturday if you wanted to look it up. But I think it was Jim Rohn. He had a fantastic quote, and it's stuck in my head, even though I can't remember exactly who said it. But here's the quote. The quote is what you should remember. Right? Fear is a false positive. Fear is a false positive. We have allowed fear for way too long, gentlemen, way too long, to create the conditions of a mental prison in which we don't want to take any risk of movement, any risk of growth, because of a false positive appearing real. That false positive meaning we're going to fail. Or maybe we did something similar in the past, and so it didn't work out, and I don't want to be hurt again. I don't want to be disappointed again. I don't want to fail again. This is particularly true, right, in our addiction recovery. How many of us have tried 30-day reboots and failed? Or we know that we can get to maybe 2 weeks or maybe 2 months or maybe almost a year, and then something happens and we're going to fail, and that's discouraging. But I'm urging you today to seize the now. Embrace that fear, because it's just a false positive appearing real to you. Break out of that mental prison. This is what we need to do. And now I'm going to use myself as the example. I've lived outside of the United States in 4 different countries. I've had several different jobs. I've been married, divorced. Now I'm joyfully remarried. I have 3 children. One of them, actually 4, 3 here on earth and 1 in heaven. I've experienced a lot. I've lived a lot. And yet for many, many years, I let fear control my thoughts, control my actions. And I'm here to say enough. I'm 3 years sober, but for many years, I was addicted to pornography, to masturbation. I used both to self-medicate. Enough. I'm here to say enough. Here's the opportunity for you. We have 4 months left in 2020, and it's been a hell of a year, hasn't it? 4 months left. What are you going to do? Are you going to continue? Are you going to continue exactly what you've been doing? Are you going to stay in that prison and not take that just first tiny step towards recovery? Are you going to allow your life to, day after day and week after week, continue to be unchanged? You know what you want. You know what you want to change. Are you going to do that? Take that one little step. Right? That's what you can do. So, what's holding you back? What conditions have you set for yourselves? That's something I talked about last week, right? The conditions. Enough. There's so much more that we can do. This is a short Saturday session. Beautiful outside. I'm going to exercise. I have a men's group in about 40 minutes, and then I'm going to enjoy this weather. If the weather is similar to where you are you going to take advantage of it? Are you just going to go for a walk? Are you going to start maybe, you don't have to exercise. Are you just going to go for a walk? You can do some self-meditating as you walk, reflecting. Offer a list of gratitude. A beautiful day like this. Maybe a beautiful day where you are. Even if you're struggling, even if you're not happy right now, you can still do a gratitude list because things could be worse. Seize the now, gentlemen. Seize the now. Remember, your tomorrow starts today. I'm so proud of the progress that you have made, and I am here to help you go to that extra step. Reach out, DM me through social media, contact me through email if you wish. We can do this together. Have a great rest of your Saturday. Blessings.